A lot to talk about in the local game as, of course, the calling knockout got underway. And after what was the MTN 8 final, we also had the international break. The calling knockout started. And we've gotten back to the Betway Premiership. There's lots to talk about with Jerry Skosana, starting with the calling knockout. Defending champions, Stellenbosch, go off to Amazulu. First off, they have a near-perfect game. Stellenbosch, Amazulu present a bit of a fight back, but Stellenbosch have walk away 2-1 winners with their game.
Thanks, Cesar. I think I can give credit to Amazulu, especially the co-coaches.
Yeah.
You know, in Arthur and Vilagazi, I've seen a rejuvenated Amazulu. I think if they can keep it like that, because I was expecting a heavy score.
Yeah.
Because remember, in Durban, it's more like any venue, it's the area of Stellenbosch, because they've gone to Moses Mabhida. So anything around there, the atmosphere, the weather-wise, they accustomed to it.
Yes.
So I think Amazulu did well, even though they lost 2-1. But look, I give credit to the guys that are coming in, and I hope it was not just for that game. It will just something that they will continue with in the Betway, so that Amazulu get away from where they are now at the bottom of the log.
So Saturday starts. The 3 o'clock kickoff is the biggest game in the history of Magesi. Their first cup game in the top flight of South African football. Their first game at the Orlando Stadium. First half, they score 3. They're leading 3-0. They have to hold off Pirates. Pirates are fighting back, but Magesi make history. They win 3-2.
You know, my worry is like, if you remember what I said last week, to say, yes, I fancy Pirate to go through, but my worry is they mustn't go back to what happened last season, when the debutants just pay from the championship. I said it. They mustn't just let their guts off, because anything is possible, and that's what happened. Look at the team that the coach started. Yes, maybe you're saying you're playing a Magesi at home. You've got the advantage just recently winning the MTN 8. So it was a chance to give to a lot of players that you've got at your disposal. But what happened? 3 goals first half. And when he started bringing quality players, it was late. It was late. But it was a good fight back. Unfortunately, it was just a 3-2 loss to Pirates, but I think this will open up, because now the history says, you look at back then, you know, when they lost to, I think, to a technical team from Kwakwa.
Yeah, but from the Free State, I remember.
Free State, remember? So I think Pirates needs to learn that lesson.
Now, Mamelodi Sundowns made quite a statement. Chisambama 5 against Golden Arrows. Sundowns are looking on fire after a bad start to the season with MTN 8, but they're looking the business now.
Yes, so I think it was like a good showing from Sundowns. I mean, scoring 5 goals in the competition. But for me, maybe it was something which came from what happened in the Sundowns camp in terms of players that was good in Mukwena, Mudau, but that maybe gave an alarming ring to those that were in the team to say, if these players, they're doing well in the national team without playing at club level, when they come back, we need to put our gloves up. And that's what they've shown, most of the players there. I think that was a good showing. For me, it was good football from Sundowns. What a score that they gave to the other team.
Another big fixture. Of course, SuperSport United, Italy and the Kaizer Chiefs. Now, SuperSport first half, first 30 minutes, you could argue are giving Chiefs problems left, right, and center. But somehow, Chiefs win a 4-0. Unai Mingati is giving Chiefs a bit of resilience this season.
You know, Lapo, I'm just going back to say, I spoke about it as well, to say what Nabi is doing at Chiefs is just splendid. Look at all the youngsters that are coming in. I was like impressed with Zwane in the middle of the park.
Very impressed.
You know, it's very impressive. I mean, he also echoed him to say the boy is still young, he's still gonna learn. When he got there, Chiefs, he was having a little bit of mistakes, concentration, at least in the middle of the park. You know, that's where you need the well-experienced players. But he's coming in the right direction. And look at the way they scored the goals. I mean, that was lovely. For me, I think Chiefs, anywhere they play, it's home.
Yeah.
Look at the stadium, look at the atmosphere. That was just fantastic.
Speaking about goals, I mean, Marumo Gallants, the Polokwane City, 5 goals. Cape Town City, Shai Ruele, 3-0. We've already discussed the 5-0 Sundowns, the 3-2 Magesi the Pirates, the 4-0 Pirates. Then Sunday, 1-0, yes, ETS Galaxy over Chippa United, Richards Bay over Skukuni United, but goals here, and none of these games going to penalties. It was an exciting start to the Culling knockout, yeah.
Goals galore.
Yeah.
But you look at that and say the concept of a Culling Black Label, to say every goal is got a donation somewhere. I think this is what is motivating all these players to say we need to go, we need to score goals. So it's, for me, it's something good for this cup. But yes, of course, you look at the players' performance, man of the match, 100K.
And the fans voting.
The fans, they've got something to earn. So I think this is like a good cup where everybody is involved. That's why maybe it's just so exciting how many goals they've scored. Wow.
Now, things get more interesting in the last 8 draw. Kaizer Chiefs, Mamelodi Sundowns. It's the one everyone was hoping for. We get it early with the cup competition.
When the draw was made, I thought, oh, there goes the final.
That's why I get it early, man. Yeah, sure.
The quarterfinal. But look, when you look at like the seeding, that's where you thought Chiefs might get hold of Sundowns, and that's what happened. You know, because Chiefs were seeded out of the top 8 from last season. Sundowns were obviously the champions. So I think in terms of the seeding, Chiefs are on the other pot, Sundowns on the other pot. Other teams got to get each other, but Chiefs and Sundowns. But for me, it's going to be a good game as well.
We have to talk about the defending champion, Stellenbosch, away to Marumo Gallants, who, this is now, but they've got a chance here to get some momentum in Marumo Gallants. How do you see them against Stellenbosch, who made changes in their game? 5 going into the game your weekend, but still looked good, Stellenbosch.
You know, somehow at this time, you get confused as like a supporter or a football follower to say which team is it going to play, because most of the team, there is no consistency in terms of the players. You know, there is a big changing within. So somewhere, somehow, you say if the team lose, you're going to see a different team, and that's what it's happening now. But for Stellenbosch and Marumo Gallants, I think Stellenbosch should walk away with this one.
So in the other games to look forward to, as far as the last date, of course, Richards Bay, Idlala, Cape Town City, TS Galaxy, Idlala, Magesi. So we take a short ad break. Masbuya, we discuss the return of PSL action. Namchara.